right? So again, I'm Cassandra Bradford Wilson. I'm with Genesis Preferred Solutions, and we are going to be talking about Bob attraction. Why is Bob so attractive? So I'm going to adjust my screen, and I'm going to share my screen so you guys can work with me and see exactly what I'm talking about. As you guys know, I'm more of a trainer and a educator. So let's get this. Let's get it started. So let me see what I'm doing here. All right. So why is Bob so attractive, right? He is a little fine, isn't he? Bob stands for Black or Brown owned business. So we want to know, why is Bob a Black or Brown owned business person? Why is he so attractive? Bob says he's attracted because he's attracted to $1 million contracts. So let's dive into this. I don't want to keep you guys on this chat for too long. Hey guys, how you doing? Yes, thank you so much. So hey, let's get started. So we're right on time. All right. So the government buys Black. Well, they also buy brown, right? So what is a Black owned business, or what is a brown owned business? And we're going to dive into that when we get into this tutorial. So yes, the government does buy from Black and brown owned businesses. Have you ever thought that the government can be your client? Have you ever thought about that? A lot of us don't consider the government as a customer. And I don't know why. I think it's because we think the government is the IRS. So when we see certain alphabets together, we get a little leery, so to speak. Like we love ABC and KNOP, but when we see letters together like I, R, and S, we become so skeptical. We think the government is out to get us. No, the government wants to do business with people like you and me, right? So I'm not talking about the Black movement or the Black Panther movement. I'm not bringing the Black Panthers back together or anything like that. I'm not talking about anything that radical. I'm talking about $1 million contracts for certified minority-owned businesses, right? So nope, not the Black movement, not the brown movement. We are talking about government contracts. So I'm going to tell you guys a secret. A lot of you guys don't know that I won a $4 million contract from the government, and I am still bidding on contracts to this very day. And so it's no longer a secret. I don't think it was ever a secret about the government looking for minority-owned businesses to do business with. I think the only secret that we know about here is that you guys didn't know that I won a $4 million contract. And I have not only won a $4 million contract, I am continuously bidding on contracts, and I am continuously winning. So what's that song? All I do is win, win, win. Yes, well, you can too. So what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to pay attention to this program. A lot of you guys were just like me. You knew nothing about this program. So if you could just give me a few minutes of your time, I'm going to try and talk as fast as I most possibly can, so I can get you guys through this video. So can you like kind of silence your phones and, so we don't hear a bunch of, or put the video on mute so we don't hear your background noise, right? So we can get through this this tutorial as soon as possible. So I know you guys are wondering, wait a minute, Cassandra, I didn't know you had some money. I need to borrow $20, right? So let's get through this program. And I just want to let you guys know, if you just stay to the end, to the very end, I will definitely give you guys a free gift. I'm all about giving, as you guys know. I do have a for-profit business, but I am about giving. I love to share information to help small business. I am a champion for small businesses all across the country. So let me guys give you like a brief little outline as to who I am. Who am I? Who is Cassandra? Well, let me guys tell you. That's me. I used to be a crash test dummy. I know you guys said, no, you didn't. Yes, I did. My background, I was a insurance claims adjuster. And back then in the 1980s, I know I look like I'm 18, but in the 1980s, women were not claims adjusters because they felt that women didn't know anything about cars and automotive repair. So I had to learn about automotive repair, how much energy or delta V goes through a vehicle, right? How much energy goes through a vehicle to move your body. So I studied kinematics. So I know you guys didn't know that, but that's how I got started in my career. So yes, I was a crash test dummy. So, and guess what? They didn't even make us sign releases. So if I'm a little off kilter, then you guys probably know why now, right? So 1982, I was a crash test dummy. I used to work for AAA Insurance in Santa Ana, California. And then in 2002, I started my own business, which was my very first company was called Insurance Medical Records Review. So from 1982 all the way up through 2002, I was climbing that corporate ladder, right? Want to make sure that I had my career on tap, wanted to make sure that I knew exactly what it is that I was talking about. And no different from today. I want to make sure that I am perfecting my skill set. So again, in 2002, I started my own company, and I left with my the company I worked for as a client. The company I worked for was called Western United Insurance, which was a non-standard insurance carrier for AAA Insurance. I was in executive management there. And so when I left with them as a client. So that's good news. And then in 2005, of course, I was working my own business, and I was asked to review a case in Dallas, Texas. And one of the lead partners, attorneys on the case said, Cassandra, oh my God, are you a certified minority-owned business? And I'm like, dude, why are you bringing, ethnicity into this job, into this contract that I have with you, right? He says, no, girl, if your business is certified as a minority-owned business, we're going to submit this work that we're giving you now up for bid, and it's going to be a 3-year contract, and the contract is worth up to $4 million. I was like, what? Let me get my company certified as a minority-owned business, right? So I can bid on this contract. So that's how all of that came about. And of course, I called a good friend of mine named John Ruiz out of San Bernardino, California, a Hispanic gentleman. I said, John, you have got to tell me about this MWBE program, Minority Women Business Enterprise. And he helped me through the process. And I thought, wait a minute, if I can bid on a contract and win under this program, why isn't that my counterparts or my friends and my colleagues, why they don't know about it? So I went all the way to Washington, D.C. because I felt I needed to go where the laws were being made. So I went all the way to Washington, D.C., and I became certified to teach what I'm teaching you today. So in 2006, I was actually awarded that contract, and I moved to Texas. And ever since 2006, and this very day, I have been teaching small business owners strategies on how to become certified and how to win government contracts. So that's a little bit about me. So this is me today. I no longer look like a crash test dummy. So like I said, I went to Washington, D.C., and I became a fluent in government contracting. A year after that, I started my own Chamber of Commerce. It was called the North Texas Minority Chamber of Commerce, and it was 1 year before the Super Bowl came to Dallas, Texas. And guess what? I became a certified Super Bowl business, and I went all across the Dallas Metroplex doing workshops, teaching minority business on how to become certified as a minority, right? So they could become certified as a Super Bowl business. So in order to be a certified Super Bowl business, you first have to be certified as a minority-owned business. So you're right. And you guys know about my $4 million contract. I walked into the city of Fort Worth shortly after that and walked out with a $25,000 contract. And you guys say, well, Cassandra, what is $25,000 in comparison to $1 million contracts? Well, 25,000 contracts or less, I call them low-hanging fruit, because you can walk into any city, county, state office and walk out with a contract less than $25,000 where you're not bidding against anybody. I like to win when I'm the only one at the table. Man, you guys don't know what it feels like, but we're going to talk about that a little bit more in this webinar. And then what I did was I replicated what I did in 8 states, and I've been teaching clients for the past 14 years on how to get certified, and how to win government contracts. So they also have some success stories, and we're going to share at least two of them in this presentation. And in 2014, I won Minority Business of the Year. In 2013, I won Latina Business of the Year. In 2016, I won an NAACP award for Female Entrepreneur. And in 2018, which I'm so excited about, I am being awarded the Woman of Influence by Equanimity Magazine, or Equanimity Group, JB Bolo company, which is an international award. So I am super, super excited about some milestones that I have in my own life, right? So this is me. I'm with Genesis Preferred Solutions, right? And we specialize in business development and the certification process for minority, woman-owned, disadvantaged, veteran, and service-disabled veteran, and historically underutilized business certifications. We provide strategies on how you can win government contracts. So we are so proud of our superior service. We do have a 100% success rate on our clients receiving their MWBE certification. So that's enough about me. Let's get back to why Bob is so attractive. So have you, just like many other of my clients, dreamed about how you can get long-term contracts with long money? How about that, right? I love talking about new money and long money and all of that. But have you ever thought that your business could get a 1 year, a 3 year, a 5 year, a 10-year contract? That's guaranteed money with the city, county, state, or even Fortune 500 companies. Yes, it is possible. So we're going to go over all of that here, and we're going to get through this. So we talked about how you can walk in and walk out of any city, county, state office with a $25,000 or less contract without bidding against anybody. Have you ever thought about it? So Bob said, yes, it is a great time to be a Black-owned or a brown-owned business. So let's go into why you want to become certified. Well, the government wants you. They're looking for you. I get my RFP, which means request for proposals. I get them in my email box every morning. You know, we talk about the reasons why small-owned businesses fail, right? People say, well, they fail because of lack of funding, or they fail because of poor operation or poor management. I believe that most small businesses fail because of lack of opportunity. We don't get the opportunities that most people have in obtaining contracts. So I am going to talk to you guys a lot about the Federal Acquisition Regulation, which is where all of this stuff comes from. I'm going to talk to you about how you can win government contracts and why the government is looking to do business with people that look like you and me. So when we're talking about contracts in the government, we're talking about the United States government, that's city or local, city, county, state. And I'm also going to talk about some publicly and privately traded companies that also participate in this program. So this program has been around since the early 1970s. So it's not a new program. And I'm going to use the acronym MWBE, which stands for Minority Women Business Enterprise Program. And so these are opportunities that are set aside for minorities and women to go after contracts with local government, okay? And they buy everything. So when you see the word commodities, that means what is it that the government buys? They buy everything. They buy every single thing that you can think of, right? They buy services, they buy construction services, they buy product, they buy equipment, they buy ice, they buy toe separators, they buy black hair services, salon services. You don't believe me? I'm going to prove that in this presentation. And I'm not just talking about local government. I'm talking about every city, county, state, and publicly and privately traded companies that participate in this program. So what's the difference? You have to be certified minority. You have to be certified as a woman. Not that you say, okay, I woke up, I look like Cassandra, I look like I'm a minority, so that makes me a minority-owned business. No, you have to become certified by your state certifying agencies in order to say that you are a minority-owned business or a woman-owned business, okay? So what does it mean to be certified? Well, what does minority mean? Let's really break down this definition. Minority means, in order to say that you are a minority business, who is a minority? Well, there will be people that are Black or African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, and Asian means people that are from Asia, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, right? Cambodia. Native Americans, a Native American can mean Eskimo or Native Hawaiian, and woman. You say, well, Cassandra, woman is a gender. That's not a race. Well, in certain Confederate states, and Texas is one of them, as well as some other like Georgia or Confederate states, women is written in the state constitution that women of any ethnicity is considered a minority. So when we talk about the MWBE program, we are also talking about women. Okay, so I have to include them in the definition of what a minority business could be. Okay, so now we need to find out, what is it that the government buys? What do they buy, Cassandra? You say they buy everything. Define everything. Well, we will be on this call all day long if I went through every commodity, but take a look. They buy t-shirts, they buy computers, they buy network service, they buy social media expert services, financial services, insurance services. I told you guys I used to own a third-party administration company. We handle claims. Guess what? That's what their contract is in. So they buy insurance claim services. They buy real estate services. It's amazing that they will use a realtor to sell real estate. Yes, commercial and residential. They buy lawn care service. They buy ice. They buy water, photography service. I have a client that's right now, he has a $1 million contract with the city of Atlanta, Georgia on the Black migration into Atlanta. Oh my God, why would they pay for something like that? Well, it's a historical data that they want, I guess they want to have. And so they buy shoes, they buy electrical equipment and services. They want people to go and train, right? And most people think that doing business with the government is only for people in construction or construction services. And I'm here to prove to you that they are looking for people that are in professional services. I'm in professional services. So they're also looking for people like you and me that are also in professional services. So now, have you now considered that the government could possibly be a customer of yours? I hope your answer is yes, because they can be, right? But wait, let's keep going. Let's not stop there, because you still have more opportunities awaiting you. Guess what? Publicly and privately traded companies also participate in the program. People like Walmart. Every Walmart that is built participates in the MWBE program. Guess what? AT&T Stadium, Dallas Cowboys Stadium also participates in the MWBE program. AT&T is one of the #1 suppliers of RFPs for MWBE businesses. Oh my God, Omni Hotels, Home Depot, Wells Fargo, BNSF Railway. I can keep with JC Penney's. Should I keep going? Oh my God, there are so many publicly and privately traded companies that also participate in this program. Guess what? Super Bowl. I talked about that already. Super Bowl. In order to become a certified Super Bowl business and do business with the Super Bowl, you first got to be certified minority. And guess where Super Bowl is going to be in 2019? I don't hear you. Atlanta, Georgia. You're absolutely right. So are you getting ready to do business with Super Bowl? I know I am. I need to make money for my business. I tell you guys what. So now, are you still dreaming? Do you think your dream can become a reality of doing business with the government? All right. And do you believe me when I say that you can walk into any local government and walk out with a $25,000 contract or less without bidding against anybody? You better believe me. That's called my low-hanging fruit. And I know a lot of people like Cassandra, I don't want to talk about 25,000, 10,000. I only want to talk about $1 million contracts. Well, we're going to do some math here in a minute, because if you went into every city, and I'm going to use North Texas for an example because I was president of a North Texas regional chamber. We were over 362 cities. So I know in North Texas, there are 362 cities in North Texas. So if I walked into 362 cities in North Texas and asked for a $25,000 contract, that's over $9 million, people. And I'm not bidding against anybody. Okay? So this slide is going to tell you, and it's going to show you that the government does business with service-oriented companies like yours and mine. This is an RFP that was recently awarded by the National Endowment for the Arts, and they were looking for someone to do video production and support services. This was a $946 million, $946,000 contract just for somebody to do a video production. Right? And even in this RFP, if you look at my mouse, it'll show you who was awarded the contract. Do you see right here? It says Solaris Media Group. And then they even give you their address as to where they are and how you can contact them. It even tells you how much the award was and the date that it was awarded. If this was me and I wanted access to this contract, or maybe I bid on this contract and lost, I can teach you strategies on how you can still get a little piece of this pie. Because guess what? If they have a $946,000 contract or $1 million contract, I can 100% guarantee you that they need some help doing this contract. So I would love to go in as a subcontractor to get just a little bitty piece of this contract. I'm one of these people. I say a little piece of the pie is better than no pie at all. Well, I really say a little piece of the cake is better than no cake at all. You guys know I absolutely love cake. So here's another RFP. It's called Request for Proposal. See, the word RFP is right here. This bid or this proposal is for someone to go in and teach the down payment assistance loan program. They just want you to go and do workshops about it. And this is in Santa Clara County, California. Oh my God. And this is a $25 million. This is a 5-year contract. Do you guys see this right here where my mouse is? They just want you to go in and teach this to those needing a first-time home buyer assistance program information. So they just want you to go and teach this. Are you a trainer? You can't do this? Man, this contract right here is sweet. And it's a 5-year contract. Really, it's a 1 year with a 1-year renewable on the back end, which means it's a 6-year contract. Can you imagine for 6 years you're getting paid to go out and teach about a program that you know a lot about? Okay, so this is an RFP. So I'm telling you guys, this stuff is really doable. It's just that you have to become certified. So let me give you guys some proof. Remember, I told you I have a client named Kim. Right, she owns a black hair salon in Redlands, California, and she was one of those people who said, Cassandra, I never would think that the government would buy my services. Well, guess what? An RFP came across our path, and I said, guess what, Kim? You do black hair. This was for the juvenile detention program. They wanted someone to be able to comb their hair, so when they went up for adoption, or they had to go to court, or they had to do, I don't remember all of the RFP, but they wanted someone who was familiar with black hair. And it was $125,000 a year, and this is a 3-year contract. And the contract is only for her to work on Sunday and Monday. Isn't that when most hairstylists are off work anyway? So guess what? She won $125,000 a year for 3 years, a contract. Oh my God, this is like nuts. Also, remember I told you guys I had a client in Atlanta, Georgia? Well, that's what he did. His name is Brandon. He first walked into the city of Atlanta and asked for a contract doing some, really, it was video photography work in the beginning. And then after he did that, there was a $1 million contract to do some historical data of the Black migration into Atlanta. He went to bid on the contract and no one bidded against him. Again, he won a multi-million-dollar contract to shoot this video, short film, I believe is what it is, to do this video about Blacks migrating to the city of Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm telling you guys, this is also in professional service. So I have to ask you guys a question. How is business? I mean, don't you think you want to change? I mean, we can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, right? So we're like, oh my God, I want long-term customers. I want customers to buy from me every day, every week, every month, every year. But what are you doing to go after this type of business? We can't keep doing the same thing expecting different results, people, right? So I'm asking you, how is business? How is your business? How is your income statement? Have you ever considered the government? And trust me, I don't work for the government. I work for Genesis Preferred Solutions. But have you ever thought about the government being a customer? Well, Bob says, now how you like me now? Now do I look attractive to you? Yes. Yes, Bob. We see you. Now we see why Bob, B-O-B, Black owned businesses or brown owned businesses, why are they so attractive to the government? It's because they're looking for people that look like you and me to do business with. So why is now the right time? Why do you think you're in the right place to hear from this? Because you want to change, right? Because you want to do something different. You want to build revenue, right? What business is out there that says that I don't want to grow? I just want to be the same across the board. I'm not looking for any new customers. I have enough customers right now. I don't hear you. And I don't see you chatting. Right? I don't see anything in the chat box to say, I don't want any more customers. Right? So now is the right time. Well, Bob says that we can help you. You see, he threw my name in there. He said, Cassandra and I can help you. Yes, Bob is attractive because he is going after multi-million-dollar contract. And his business is growing and growing and growing. And that's what we want to do. We want to grow. So what we're going to do is, what if I promise you that I will walk you through the certification process line by line? You say, Cassandra, dealing with the government, I'm telling you, if you don't dot every I and cross every T, they will find a way to reject you. Well, yes and no. You have to remember, this is written by the federal government. So yes, you do have to dot every I and cross every T. But didn't I tell you that we at Genesis Preferred Solutions, we have a 100% success rate of getting our clients certified? So we're going to do that with you too, right? So you say, well, Cassandra, this is one of them DIY, do it yourself, and I don't know if I can do it. Well, you can do it because I'm going to help you. And you're going to have access to me. You're going to get 2 live calls with me, one-on-one, just me and you. I'm going to look over your application to make sure that it's correct. I'm going to help you submit, and I'm going to teach you a whole bunch of other things in the process that you will need in order to go after government contracts. And like I said, I do have a 100% success rate in this office. Our team, we have seen so many successful clients get their certification. I got thousands upon thousands of clients that have received their certification with our help and assistance. So as you guys know, I've been talking for a long time, and I do want to respect your time, but I want to tell you that I went online and I asked some questions of some clients and some people that look like you and me, that look like Bob. And they said, well, Cassandra, I got some questions and you definitely better give me some answers before I consider doing this. So this is one of the questions. This is some new concept. I never heard of large corporations, yet alone Fortune 500 companies, helping small businesses, especially minority-owned business like me and you. Well, I told you, this program has been around since the 1970s. It falls under the Federal Acquisition Regulation, so you can look it up if you like, that says that they are going to help small minority businesses just like yours and mine, right? That these contracts are set aside for us, and if we don't bid on these contracts, guess what? They do go to white males. I have to tell you that, okay? The second question, they said they make the paperwork so hard and so confusing. What if I can't understand it? What if they reject me because my paperwork is not right? Well, in this course with Bob and I, we are going to look over your application, and we're going to show you how to package this all together the right way to submit to your certifying agencies. Okay, so we're going to teach you about why you want to become certified, what the government buys. We're going to go into detail about a whole bunch of other stuff that you're going to need in order to become certified, and we're going to walk you through at your pace. But I said that you can do this in 10 days. I believe you can get it done in less than that. I think we're all smarter than that. And someone else said, this is a DIY project, and what if I get stuck and I can't figure it out? You got access to me. And I'm going to put you in our private Facebook group where I have weekly calls where you can ask me absolutely anything that you like, okay? And you're going to have an opportunity to upload your application so I can review it and make sure that it is correct. So you're going to have help. You're not going to do this by yourself. So even Bob says he and I are going to help you. You see how Bob just threw me into this picture? I tell you, this Bob may be sexy and cute. He's attractive, but he's putting me up here to work right now, Bob. That's what I'm thinking. And guess what? You're going to get 2 telephone calls with me. We can make them Zoom calls if you just want to see my face, right? But you're going to get access to me, access. That's the key words. You're going to get access to me, and you're going to get access to Bob and our Facebook community, which is private. You said, Cassandra, I ain't got time for Facebook. Well, you need to, because that's where I'm going to be dropping in RFPs and contracts based on what you do. You're going to send me information about what you do with your business. I'm going to research contracts for you, and I'm going to drop them in that Facebook group. And the reason why you want to be in that group is because other people are looking to team together. We're going to teach you how to team together. So you remember I talked about a little piece of the pie or a little piece of the cake is better than no cake at all? Well, guess what? If there is a multi-million-dollar contract, you can team with other people that maybe do a part of that service that you don't do or you don't want to do, and you can team together and go after those contracts. Dude, are you serious with me right now? So Bob says, yes, you can grow your business by millions if you just consider the government as one of your clients. And yes, you can go after long-term contracts, right? You can go after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, up to 10-year contracts. That's guaranteed money. Long as you perform, you're getting money coming into your business. So I need you guys to reconsider and think about the government as a customer. So Bob said, yes, you can get your certification done in 10 days. I say you can get it done in less than that. The program is not that long, and it's not that encumbersome because guess what? You have my help. So in this class, to get your minority certification, it's an online tutorial. It's self-paced. So I understand you run a business. You run the day-to-day operations, so a lot of this you may not have time for, so you can come back at and do it at your own pace. You're going to have line by line help. We are going to go through that application line by every line, and I'm going to be able to review your application before you submit it to any certifying agency. And you have access to our online community where I'm going to be dropping in contracts. So I said that I was going to give you guys a free gift, right? And I mean it, because I do give gifts if you stay to the end. So guess what? I'm going to give you my free ebook called Let's Drop a Dime on the Government. We're going to demystify government contracts. DIME stands for demystify information more effectively, right? So demystify means make clear, make it plain, Cassandra, because the government writes in a jargon that even God can't understand. So we are going to go through what RFPs mean, all these acronyms by the government, timelines. We're going to talk about what the government buys. We're going to talk about coding. All kinds of stuff is in this book, and I'm giving it to you absolutely free for staying through the end. So how much does this course cost? It is $397. It's not a lot of money. If you don't have $397, why are you in business? You're going to invest $397 into your business to get $1 million return? I mean, I don't have to be a rocket scientist or a mathematician to know that is a great rate of return on your investment. Or you say, Cassandra, I don't have the $397 up front. I'll let you make 2 payments at $210 each. We have programs that will let you do just that. So don't worry about it. You're going to get through this. So, or you say, Cassandra, I don't want to do any of this. I'd rather pay you $625. I send you all the information. I don't need to know how to bid on contracts. I don't need to know the whys. I just need you to do it. Well, I can do it for $625. But why would you pay that when you can do it yourself for $397 and replicate the process and get more information about on how to bid and why you're doing what you're doing? Duh. So what you need to do is click now. You can put in your search engine or in your Internet Explorer or Chrome, whatever you use, https://preview.tinyurl.com/Bob Attraction. So that's https://preview.tinyurl.com/Bob Attraction. Okay, or you can contact our office, which is 1-800-718-2425, and we would love to give you the URL so you can go to Bob Attraction, right, and register for this class. So I'm also going to have the URL listed below so you guys can go and click on the link and sign up for this class. It's not expensive, people. Invest in your business, right? You've been doing it the wrong way, right? You've been just going after clients traditionally. Let's go after some big clients that got big money, that can pay you long term, that can just consistently do business with you over a year, 3, 5, and 10 years. I would love that. So thank you guys. I respect your time. And because you guys signed up, you will get my free ebook, Let's Drop a Dime on the Government. I am Dr. Cassandra Bradford Wilson, and I so appreciate you guys taking the time and listening to my presentation about why you want to become certified as a MWBE, a Minority Women Business Enterprise, and do business with the government. That's all for now. Again, if you would like to get in touch with me, I'm Cassandra, and I'm with Genesis Preferred Solutions. Our telephone number is 1-800-718-2425. You can go to our website, you can contact us, or you can go to the URL that I provided, and you can sign up for Bob Attraction. Why is Bob so attractive to the government? And that's all for now. I thank you guys for being on this call. Thank you guys so much.